All right, we're here with men's golf. Timmy Kavarn, head coach Scott Sullivan, Cole Byer. Coach, just kind of give us a preview heading into what the team looks like heading into the RMAC tournament this coming weekend.
Well, I think we're in pretty good shape. We played marginally in the last tournament, finishing sixth, I think, and Cole and I have high expectations for Cole and Timmy as well. I think our three sophomores, we just need, two of them to play well out of those three and make sure everyone contributes.
And then Cole and Timmy, both of you guys have played this course before, have played in the RMAC Championships before, along with Dylan. What can you tell the other two sophomores that haven't played in the RMAC Championship and about this tournament, about the course? What can you tell them? I know you guys played it here first part of spring, but what advice can you give them?
Yeah, just make sure you're keeping it on grass, even if you're having to lay way back, because going in the desert at Boulder is like a death sentence. So if you keep it in play, it's pretty hard not to play well. That's like the main difficult thing about Boulder Creek. So just keep it in play.
That's good advice.
Yeah.
I'd say just not treat it differently than any other tournament we've played this semester. And we've already played this golf course, so we know the golf course. But yeah, same thing that Timmy said. Just keep it in play and playing smart golf will be important, and not trying to win the tournament on the first day. It's kind of a marathon, so just keep the ball in play and just stay patient.
And then Cole, for you, you've had obviously a really good year so far. What kind of confidence do you have in yourself going into a tournament like this, where you're ranked, I think, number 6 in the country right now, and you're going to face 4 of the top 5, or if not all 5, this weekend? What kind of confidence do you have heading into that?
Yeah, I mean, it's a privilege to play against those guys. To have such good competition is awesome. I expect a lot out of myself, but my confidence is high. But I want to be, realistic and just try to stay in the present as much as I can, and just not be result oriented and just be process oriented and just do the best I can.
And then kind of a question for all three of you. To win the RMAC Championship, we're going to have to do what well? What's the biggest thing you're going to have to do well?
We're going to have to play really solid, and we're going to have to beat CCU. They have 4 of the top. I think their first 4 are the top 4 players in Division II. We're just going to have to not waste any shots, and we're going to need 4 good counting scores each round. And the highest score needs to be maybe 72, 73 type thing.
Guys, what do you guys think? Just maybe from an individual standpoint, what do you got to do well? What are you going to have to do well to play well at the RMAC Championships?
I think just capitalizing on some of the easier holes out there. Par 5s scoring has been, I feel like, my kind of drawback this year. So making sure I'm taking advantage of the par 5s, and then on the other holes, just realizing that par is a good score, and not making it harder than it needs to be, and just kind of keeping the ball in front of me, keeping the golf course in front of me, and making most of my putts inside 10 feet, and that'll put me in a good position to hopefully be near the top of the leaderboard.
Yeah, I'd say just try and avoid the big numbers, because especially there, it's really easy to I hit into this bush, I can hit it out of the bush, and you don't get it out. It's really easy to make a quad really quick. So just avoid the big numbers and just give yourself as many looks as you can. And if they drop, they drop. If they don't, it is what it is.
And then just looking ahead down the road, almost a shoe-in to make the NCAA regional again. What are you looking to gain from the RMAC Championship that will help you in the regional tournament in 2 or 3 weeks?
I think just a little, some momentum going into it, and if we could come out on top or finish close in second, that would be a good finish for us. There will be 20 teams at the Super Regional in Riverside, California, and this year 6 go. Last year only 5 went from our Super Regional, and we finished 6th. So, it'll be all of our goal to make the national tournament, and we just need good momentum going into the regional.
Drawing back to Boulder Creek with you two, I know you said it can definitely be a difficult course if you're not on the grass, if you're in the desert, but does also give you a sense of familiarity and kind of confidence knowing you've been there before, you know where your strengths are on the course, and you kind of are familiar with the whole architecture of the course?
Yeah, for sure. We played pretty good there last year at conference, and me, Dylan, and Cole all shot good rounds there, and Luke had a good round earlier this spring. So I definitely think the course sets up nicely for us to be able to get some momentum, like Coach said. I definitely think, especially like the par fives and stuff, I've made a lot of eagles there. So I'm looking forward to that.
I would say, yeah, it's definitely nice to know the golf course going in. You know what to practice in the week before. Like we're going to have a lot of, between 50-degree and 8-iron into greens, into par 4 greens. So it's good to, practice those things before tournament. And then just getting there and just, all you're thinking about is just execution. You know what to do, just execute.
And a question for you, Coach. I mean, from the fall to the spring, you've kind of seen growth. I mean, these two have kind of led the team, but you've seen growth with some of the younger players in the team. How have you seen that progress year through tournament, kind of moving along and scoring better each time?
Well, I think, any level that you go to, the next level, you have to get to the point where you're comfortable, that you belong there. And I think, Dylan played really well last year as a freshman, and the 2 other sophomores, Luke and Baptiste, have really stepped up. And I think they're gaining confidence and comfort that, yeah, I belong here, and I'm gonna play well, and I'm gonna help the team. So I think that's just how they've progressed.
All right, we'll go to the question of the week now. That's the question. It's gonna be a this or that today, kind of rapid fire. So we'll go round by round. Our first question is guacamole or salsa?
Guac.
Salsa.
Ooh.
Night or morning?
Night.
Morning.
Hot coffee or iced coffee?
I don't really drink coffee, so
Hot.
I don't drink coffee.
Phone calls or texting?
phone calls.
Phone calls.
Phone call.
TV or movies?
TV.
Movie.
And then the last one to get you thinking, would you rather see the future or change the past?
See the future.
See future.
Future, for sure.
Well, never mind. That was easy. All right. Well, thank you, and good luck coming up.
Thank you.